Yo, what is up folks, TCG here with Mono Red Wizards in Explorer. That's the MTG Arena Pioneer equivalent format. And deck is really solid. It's actually currently the last day of the ranked season. I made a little bit of a last minute push with this, but I'm not quite, the season ends in 50 minutes, I'm not quite Mythic yet. About halfway through Diamond, so hey, it is what it is. But managed to climb from like the bottom of Plat to here in the last day or two. Using this new Red Wizards deck. The biggest new card, of course, is Slickshot Show-off. It is a bird wizard, apparently, as well as being one of the best creatures printed over the last few years. Castle and creature spell, gets +2/+0 on a turn, and then has plot for 1 and a red. This is kind of built like a prowess deck. The wizards let you take advantage of Wizard's Lightning. We're playing 12 wizards in total. Wizard's Lightning, 2 and a red, 3 damage to any target, but it costs 2 less if you control a wizard, turning it into a lightning bolt. And we have the Slick Shots, that's the new thing. We've got Soulscar Mage, classic red 1-drop, and the additional wizard that we're running is Gatu Lava Runner. It's a little worse than some of the red powers creatures, but it's still very solid. If you've got 2 or more instant sorcery cards, it gets +1/+0 and haste. And so we've got a really low to the ground burn deck with a lot of reach. The Lava Runners and the Soulscar Mages, the 1-drop wizards, alongside Monastery Swiftspear as our other 1-drop creature, and of course 4 copies of Kimono Faces Kakazan. Also on turn 1, later on in the game it triggers Spectacle, which then lets you use Skewer the Critics and light up the stage for 1 mana, which is awesome. And like I said, the deck plays a bit like a prowess deck. We've also got some Ancestral Angers here. Red gives a creature trample plus X+0, where X is 1 plus the number of Ancestral Angers in your graveyard. Alright, you draw a card. Idea here being, hey, you can cantrip to your deck while triggering Stick Shot your other prowess creatures, and that'll draw you towards more reach. Of course, it's not the only thing in the deck that lets you give trample. We have 4 copies of Monstrous Rage. What can I say? We thought Embercleave was pretty busted, and they made like Embercleave 1 mana, which is pretty great. And so red, +2/+0, get a monster roll. Prowess gives you a creature trample, and yeah, just huge amounts of damage, especially with all the prowess creatures, and kill your opponent out of nowhere. And then I talked a little about reach. We've got 4 copies of Play with Fire at 1, paired up with the 4 Wizard's Lightnings, and then 2 Skewer the Critics rounding out our burn suite. We have quite a lot, and that means we've got a lot of creature interaction for things like Amalia combo. Things like Angels can still be a problem, but often playing one of these at the face to trigger a Spectacle for light up the stage is not too bad. And of course the light up gets you going, lets you have some longevity versus some of the slower decks in the format, which when you want to just play removal for removal and slow you down. And hey, just lets you draw towards more reach. So, the other thing to talk about is the mana base, actually. I'm pretty low on non-basic lands here, so 2 Dead of the Bugbear and 1 Sekenzen. These are, I think, the ones with the lowest opportunity cost, in that normally we're playing at 18 lands here, super low. If we get to late game, we can activate Dead of the Bugbear, largely versus things like control decks like blue-white, and same with Sekenzen. But we're not taking a bunch of damage off of things like Rapid Ruins early versus other red decks on the ladder. So this deck is somewhat tuned to be like playing into a best of 1 ladder metagame. Just bear that in mind. In best of 3, I maybe change these up, play the Rapid Ruins, maybe even play more Dens. But here, this is where I'm at. And the last thing is that this is Gigantha. We can play Gigantha, so we might as well. Though it is fairly unlikely that we use it. Again, kind of like looking to like stop playing lands on turn 3 if we can stop drawing them. And hey, deck is really solid, really fast, gonna run some people over. Like I said, the season ends at 50 minutes, so I'm just gonna play a few games out here. And we're not gonna make it to Mythic, but hey, would absolutely recommend this going into the new season. Please do like, subscribe, share the video around, and let's get into some matches. Alright. Yeah, not that much time left. Generally I tend to play 5 sets of best of 1, like 5 games of best of 1 in like a set. And we'll just see, I'll probably just play till the ranked season ends and then. Yeah. Gotta keep. Good. Seeds of Hope. Ooh, that was a Grease Fang. Interesting. Nice thing about Wizard's Lightning, it does 3 damage, which is enough to kill Grease Fang. But we'll see. These are the sequel adequately. They've not shown a white source, so they don't have one, but hey, they can easily Grizzly Salvage end a turn here, and so we can't really afford to tap down from Wizard's Lightning. I'm just going to go ahead and attack. And I'm going to play the second Soulscar Mage before we play the Kimonos. These commandos can be used to let us skew the critics later on. Wait. I think opponent does have Grizzly Salvage, that's why they're holding priority here, but okay. We'll see what's up. We also, actually, I forgot, I've not actually posted a deck with it yet, but we just got a Broke Decay. Not that there's like loads of great homes, it's more of a sideboard card. Okay. Got some exciting stuff hopefully soon in the pipeline for Explorer. And especially, and Timeless, MHC just had a bunch of kind of leaks and spoilers, so next month should be a pretty busy time for that. But gearing up towards the end of the year for Pioneer Masters, which will be awesome. And we'll get Pioneer on client fully. There is the Grizzly Salvage, as predicted. Liliana, it is actually a pretty interesting build of Greasefang, it looks like. Greasefang's definitely like fallen off in popularity as well. And so, hey, let's see. But no vehicle for the time being. See what they do. They're gonna Shark. They're just gonna cast Greasefang? The Battalion Plume. I've not played against this card yet. We're gonna hold on to this Wizards later. For sure. Okay, we've got Swift Spear. I think it makes sense for us to go Swift Spear into Commandos. You get to hold it for Lightning. They still don't have Greasefang able to right this second. Bear in mind, they can cast this and then Greasefang on the following turn. Which is pretty interesting. There's the top X card. X is twice the number of lands. This is top 6 right now. One to hand, rest. Oh, this goes bottom of the library. That is a lot worse. If they went to graveyard, that would be busted. Okay. I was like, I missed something important, but fine. Round 12 here. Chariots, I guess, the biggest thing for us to worry about now. They did find a chariot. Okay. We have Soulscar Mage, which lets us play against a little better than we would do normally, I think. We can't just ignore it, but this is an interesting one where like we have to think about the 6 damage for face here. I don't want to untap and draw because we're very close to just having them dead. Right, line doesn't help. So the thinking is that if I fire these two off at face, they go down to 5, and then they can't afford to block with the Esca's Chariot. It means they have to throw tokens under the bus. That leaves them with an Esca's Chariot in play, no tokens. If they have Salvage and Greasefang, I think I'm pretty happy with this. Yeah. I'm just gonna go face here. I go face again. And then, yeah. This way the Chariot stays in play, they're not able to get it back with Greasefang. And we have Sekenzin plus the Commander tokens to come down, so I think we can kill even through Angels. We're going to need to pay at least a life. So if they had like Untap land, Grizzly Salvage into Pahelian, the Greasefang, we'd have them covered, I think. Crossing my fingers right now. And there is a Salvage. Found Temple Garden, they hit a vehicle. They do not. Alright. Nice, 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 nice. Alright, clock's ticking. Got on our first win for the set. Double Slickshot is powerful. What we should be able to do here is have a... Don't leave with Soulscar. Fairly fast start with these red cards, these early 1-drops, and then hold these Slick Shots for later after they've cast Wrath. That's certainly fine. I'm gonna hold this Ancestral Anger. A little bit later in the game. I'm just gonna play this out. We're kind of like baiting a temporary lockdown is the idea here. There's a bit of awkward sequencing, I guess. Ooh, Portable Hole is like a big Talrix, so that means they don't have lockdown in their deck. Almost certainly. I was expecting, because they ran the Fateful Absence out early to give us a clue, that they were going to plan on, like, I guess very swiftly. Alright, we have 3 show-offs. Given us having 3, I'm just going to cast one rather than foretell one here. Or rather than plot one here, I'm just going to cast it. These are the no more lines, we will fire off the Ancestral Anger. Sure, Den will come in handy. Being like, we could plot one there, but hey. Alright. Feels like a really interesting mana point. They can have Wandering Emperor, or they can have Deluge. We don't give them time for Deluge. Handing them like a good Wandering Emperor target on a platter isn't great either. I'll cast one of these. This orb is fine. They're on 20 to be fair. We have an option for like Wizard's Lightning here. You can get 1 extra point of damage. We've got Show-off in hand, we've got a Clue laying around, we've got a Den of the Bugbear. I'm just gonna fight this off here. We've got plenty to be doing kind of win on mana. I just want to be as efficient as possible. If this is holding priority, likely they have a March, I think. Or like a Sensor. If they have March, we don't want to animate our land. I'll play the mountain to protect us from no more lies, and I'll cast the Show-off. And feel kind of awkward about it. Absorb. Yeah. Go ahead and crack the plea. And we're gonna play this, but they have a pretty healthy life total, to be honest. It's unfortunate. We can play the commandos now, depending on what we draw, we can let's activate Den. There was in fact a Sensor. But okay. Alright, so no longer worried about the March. Either way, I think it's worth playing around a little bit. And we got to kind of like, hey, it was into an Absorb, but there's no real getting around that. Kind of getting it to do its thing. They've shocked here. That's a 5 lands. Gives them a cast activation. If they have nothing, that makes sense. But from our side, we're going to hold this Monstrous Rage and just go ahead and activate Den. If the last card is a Wandering Emperor, I'll eat my hat. No, I won't eat my hat. I'll be unhappy is what the answer is. I'll cast the Monstrous Rage here. Use the mana at least. Again, puts us in a position where if we draw a basic, we can, or if we draw a land. Actually, literally any land in the deck, we can activate the Den of the Bugbear. Alright, they're gonna 8. I assume this card is a Memory Delusion then, but hey. I think. I was gonna say, there's shocked for it, so I was like, surely there's gotta be a 4-mana thing they want to do then. But okay.
Let's slow this.
F.
We need to move quickly.
No whammy, please. That's fine. We'll fire this at the token. come across the table and add a Gigantha. Leaves them on 3. They have a castle, which is really annoying. And castle plus Teferi activation, like they can tuck something if they want to. They're gonna tuck the Lavamancer.
Reverse.
Okay. Bear in mind, like, hey, when we do draw it, it's coming back with haste, which is nice. But show off. And there's no real getting around it. It's point. That's pretty brutal. They can't activate Castle anymore though. Okay, I was to say that's a Wandering Emperor in there. Like last 3 cards have been no more life to Fairy Wandering Emperor. I'd be a little unhappy, but hey. This is the variance. But one more card and then Lava Runner. Interesting. Uh-oh. We have a Teferi. They can untap the castle. They've got 1, 9 cards. Like, the castle untap lets them block at least. Alright. Major Mountain. We're gonna do the one thing we can do. Wandering Emperor puts them to 3. Puts them back to 1. The Wandering Emperor, the Den of the Bugbear. Alright, okay. We get there. Nice. See you the next one. Alright, on the play, we have like all creatures, but we'll keep it. I'll leave this Whisper. Oh, that's the play Slickshot on turn 2. That seems totally fine. Jungle Hollow. Interesting. Now I'm scared. Waiting for more information. I'm forgetting something important. I'm sure I am. I'll keep on creatures. Maybe not another one, but I think these ones are fine. Callan's interesting as well. This Callan, Jungle Hollow. I'm forgetting something important. There's something important. I should know what I'm playing against, and I don't. Yeah. Reduce Whisper. There we go. Mission, draw an instant sorcery. Well, draw a non-creature spell. Any percent. I'm just kind of playing into stuff now. Especially given the bat if it dies, like hey. Should be worried about Miho Massacre actually, given that I don't know, I can't work out what's going on in this side. Oh, okay. Yeah. Normally, I like to see maybe like one Jungle Hollow, but seeing multiples, maybe just the way it's sequenced out. Yeah, we are absolutely. It's a weird one because we're not strictly dead to Amani. We're getting a Slickshot back, and we can't really block it, but we could draw some stuff. I actually don't want to make them go through it. Be a good human. I'm like, maybe there's like a very slim chance that there probably isn't. Fair enough. Alright, we can keep this. Yeah, that last game was disappointing for a couple of different levels. Like, I should have known it was a Mario combo. I was like, I see the jungle hollows, I understand, but yeah, it threw me off a little bit. Then also we didn't draw any of the kind of interactive cards in our deck. But hey, here we go. Also red. This is kind of interesting. They have lightning plus skewer. I want to foretell this Slickshot, I think, this time. I could just play it, but with one red mana open, there's no real... Just in case they do want to, like, use better than maybe to kill the lava run on their turn, just in case we had something like a Monstrous Rage if they were going to play like a Play with Fire. But, yeah, as is, I think it's fine. They're going to foretell their own. We don't have a land, which is unfortunate. I'm trying to think how we want to do that. You just play double Slickshot. If they're playing 0 and they have multiple spells. The tricky thing is that we've got 2 copies of Skewer the Critics. That is the bit that's actually a little tilting. I think I actually do this. It opens us up a little bit. But ideally I want to use a Skewer the Critics to kill this thing. Wait, why do I think this looks like shot? This is Mono Red Phoenix. That's a crash through as well. Okay, so playing like a bunch of cantrips. Oh, robbery, really powerful with Phoenix, like a free spell to put into play. But yeah. You're casting free spells, you get Phoenix back. Nice. From our side then. On a lightning phase, they're going to bring this Phoenix back, but I'm okay with that. If they had the resources to, I think they'd have killed the Slickshot on our turn. And so I'm kind of overcommitting here. This thing now is haste. They come in with a full brunt of the force, and then yeah. Yeah, this is what I've been thinking about. I hadn't actually, so I thought about higher robbery and normal Phoenix. But in mono red, there is like, or there has been in the past, like a really popular mono red Phoenix deck. Not really popular. Playable and pretty good mono red Phoenix deck. And yeah, it's a really nice tool for that, which doesn't normally have as many resources. Or at least good ones. And you can still play Slickshot there, and probably do. Okay. Alright. I think we're pretty close to sort of going down. No creatures is bad. In spite of all the sweet cards, I think we gotta... Well, 2 of these target creatures. Let's check. Alright. Slickshot light up Wizard's Lightning. Okay. The light up unmulligans us, though the lines are actually quite nice the way this hand plays out. So we'll see how this goes. Blue, black. The second light up is not what I was looking for, but hey. Maybe we get there. The very aggressively foretold Slickshot Show-off. You do not want to run this straight into removal. The Hive, like, plays something more mid-rangey. Maybe it's something like Rogues. Okay, not with the Deuce. But the Deuce is almost certainly being back in control. Means that, do some innovating, perhaps. I think how we can best use this Soulscar Mage. Oh, our best... The Slickshot's gonna die, right? I think we play this first. Get around a potential Edict effect. And they can still, like... Yeah. There's a bunch of targeting removal we... This still that I see. And I'm gonna avoid casting this Ancestral Anger now. I'm gonna go ahead and attack. And if we do connect, we get the light of the stage, but Yeah, there's a fatal push in our life. Fair enough, fair enough. And you get to think twice. Absolutely. Yeah. To try and burn them out. Could still be kind of more mid-range. Could still be something more mid-rangey. Like if they drop Shieldred here, I wouldn't be shocked. But okay. Narset.
Focused and disciplined, encounter no obstacles.
Narset's actually really annoying. I want to see what they reveal here
Trick for this.
before I decide I want to use a Liz Landing. Okay, Shardone's okay. I'm worried about push. I want to kill this so that we can draw a card off the Ancestral Anger. But either way, I think we want the knife. They do have a fatal push. Fair enough. Feels a bit worse, but at least they don't get the second card here. We could light up or we could Magic Anther. I think this opportunity to resolve a light up is fine. Anger's always going to be awkward here. But hey. What are the chances we get to resolve this? Yeah, a little wary of the shots have been taken, but like, we're probably fine. Okay, look at this draw. Their field, which takes care of the den, unfortunately. Yeah, Lava Runner. Alright. 17. Now we're in the range where they can just like tap out for Shot Typhoon, and on 17 it probably seals the game, unfortunately. But it's our job to stop it sealing the game. So we have I'll leave with Ancestral Anger. And see what we draw. Okay. Just thinking if we want to light up now, or we want to try and use this with lightning to get through blockers later. I think given our opponent's tapped out, let's cast some spells. Alright, you're at 4. Hey. There's still a shot in play, but all of a sudden the burn spells get a lot more intimidating. See if it's good enough. And potentially, yes, the Monstrous Rage can like push us through a token. Ooh, okay. Deluge makes a 4/4. T-Fail push has gone already. What I'm thinking about right now is on how bad the Den of the Bugbear animate can go. If they have one kill spell, they can kill the mana land, make a token. You have the choice to attack, of course, if they do it before I attack. But yeah. Show-off's nearly really good. I'm gonna go for this play first. Given as they don't have the Field of Ruin untapped, and the Den of the Bugbear's losing value, we'd rather them kill the Den, the removal spell, than them kill the Show-off right now. It's unfortunately gives them a blocker. We kind of need to. Them using that on the manland is fine though, given it was double theater right now. So. Counterspell wise, they've shown us Sensor and that's it. They are drawing towards a lot of burn. A lot of mountains. We don't have a good attack this time, so I'm going to plot this. Add Gigantha. We're unfortunately giving them quite a lot of time. We saw Narset. It's possible they have like a main deck like Gaia Reach Sanitarium, but that can be pretty rough. There's the casting spells here. There's also danger they just cast a bunch of things and try and kill us. Hey. Sensor gone. 1-2 copy cycle. We've not seen any other counter spells so far. It's likely they're playing like either 3 steps ahead or something like that. Either they feel pretty safe or their hand is nothing. One of the two. Okay. Therefore. Monstrous Rage is really interesting. Free fatal push or 1 shot Drizzy deck. Give a Slick Shot. We can also just cast Ganther afterwards. They can't flash back the Memory Delusion now. Okay. I think this time we cast Gigantha. Not that. We can cast Gigantha anyway and see if they've got any responses. No responses, let's pass. We have the Monstrous Rage, so actually this lets them mess up blocking. Which is nice. That doesn't make a token. We're like sort of giving them time, but we would like to have like 1 more resource to use here. And there's also a chance they kind of overextend a little bit. So this den's not up to much. I'm gonna play it because potentially use some mana on it. I don't want to give them time to flash back that Memory Deluge. Is the gist of this. I'm gonna cast the Show-off. I'll move to combat. We're gonna try and find some kind of kill, some kind of discovered win this way, and we'll see how it goes. They have infinite resources though. Some Fatal Push is gone. They'll have probably at least 1 more unit in the deck, a number of other kill spells. Try this. I mean, if 5 mana is a pay for stuff, but there has to be some kind of miracle for this to work. They should have it again. That's fine. This is not the worst, but it's not good. We keep a Giant in play. They get to use the Field of Ruin here, which is fine for us. I guess we get to thin a bit, but yeah. Like we have to choose. We have to use this window with the deluge kind of like hanging in the balance, and hey. Alright. That looks like it might be game over. You can't even really attack with the Gigantha. I think they have the, not the Feast. We'll see. Alright, here's the flashback memory deluge. The nice thing about Charlotte's Omen is that we die pretty quickly without stay away. It's like, hey, maybe we go like live for the stage into 2 burn spells and they don't have enough counter magic. But Cling to Dust is what I was worried about. Yeah, so now they've got a bunch of life. I'm gonna scoop this up because they can cling a bunch more times here. And they was dead to sharks. And even more sharks. Alright, yeah, that's like maybe a reasonable case for having Ramonite Prunes in the deck, but even then, like, we wouldn't have actually found a win. We go first. I have Soulscar Mage into Kamanos. With 1 land. Hailfires we have Skewer, Light Up. Okay, I'm gonna keep this as a bit of a thought experiment slash being tilted from last game. I'm just interested. The idea being that, hey, we have the light up that we can trigger either with attacking with Soulscar Mage or the damage off of Commandos, which actually changes the way that we sequence these a little bit. And if we can hit the land, we have Slickshot and we have a bunch of resources here that we can use. So that seems okay. I'm leading on Soulscar rather than the Commandos so that we can trigger the light up on turn 2. Gleaming Marsh. Ooh. Thought this is interesting. So, if they pick the light up the stage, that's like a fine choice. Don't do that. We actually hit the second land. Given this, and the fact that they have not, they've tapped out here. I'm gonna run this out. Yeah, I'm gonna play it the honest way for +1 damage. And the thinking is that most of the removal in black in black green would be instant speed, and we don't have a way to really stop the removal. Second Greasefang deck. I would not have put money on me running into 2 Greasefang decks in one video, but here we go. So Chariot, we want to try and have an answer up. Unfortunately, that's not really being provided for us. The one thing about Chariot, though, is that it does not stop the show-off, at least. We'll get through in the air. Alright. No instant speed burn spell for a Greasefang right this second, but we can later. So it's been pretty decent position. Yeah. If they Greasefang, bring back Chariot, then this Slickshot is lethal. Anger on the Soulscar Mage here. If they want to kill something, we'd much rather them kill the mage. We have a bit of responsibility to either threaten lethal or get a combat. I suppose his lightning's running out, to be fair. Alright, let's see what they have. Oh, okay, cool. Probably was a Grizzly Salvage. Not good enough here. Alright. Wait, did I just go down? It in fact did not go down. It's just the off season now, as the ranked season has come to the end. So yeah, I'm gonna use this next month and try and climb quickly. I have a similar list, or well, a similar Slickshot prowess list with like Ragavan and stuff for timeless, which I'll probably show off in a week or two. But yeah, absolutely recommend this if you want to climb ladder. That is super fast. You can get a ton of games in very quickly, and it is pretty lethal. The Wizard's Lightning's package with Slickshot, Soul Scar Mage, and Lava Runner really good. It changes the amount of mace around, I think, if you'd like, and similar like some of the balance of different burn spells. Like it'd be nice to find space for like 4 skewers here, and maybe you don't need the full like set of Lava Runners. Maybe you could just play a couple. Maybe you don't really like Ancestral Anger. I'm a big fan personally, but hey, a little bit of personal preference in there. And the deck, the shell itself is really strong. Definitely recommend. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do like, subscribe, share the video around to people you think would be interested. And also, I'm not streaming at the moment, but I have been streaming a lot over on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/TrevTCG. There'll be a link in the description and stuff. And so, hey, if you're interested in watching me live, and that way you can ask questions live and that kind of stuff, then check that out. But yeah, thanks for watching. Peace out. Have a great day.